Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and you mentioned how you took care of your dad. Managed to negotiate it down to something more reasonable. Good to see someone give the trailer a bit of their own medicine. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right. Just get those 7 markers today. Wait. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sound. It's
sorry about the coughing.
Londinian. I'll need to get this off my sleeve. Adrian really gave you this sound. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn thing I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh?
What is going on, chat? Thank you very much for checking out Starfield. Stick around for the shenanigans.
I presume you've heard of Londinian.
I am going to be getting into some fighting here shortly.
And for good reason. The storms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack. The ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures the specimen ever sat on the ship while it was alive either. I don't think it was transported to Dalsay. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinia, it's not going to end well for humanity.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So you left this bad open all along.
Excuse me again. Sorry,
Tell me
guys.
what your plans are for it now? The circle, man. Could use a drink about now. Here, faster than they do on the surface. Not supposed to use it. Given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Whew. Happy 420, everybody. If you happen to smoke. It's that special type of day, my friends. I don't celebrate, I can't speak. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't think I even celebrate Thanksgiving anymore. But I'll sure as fuck celebrate 420 Day.
The biggest surprise is not that the UC engaged in xeno warfare in the past, but that they ever stopped. I would have expected them to very quietly keep this place open.
Of course you would. My suspicious little spy.
fed devils in combat. Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main road.
Is that really her? Adrian.
Harrison. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You don't hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Now, let's talk some more private. You said we could use it back. You gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample, it's an exact match for the ones from Londinium.
Didn't.
Hey, thank you very much for
That's
that second
exactly what
like.
I was afraid of.
Sweet.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's going to take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice
Oh,
Archive.
shit. Hey, I'll be right back. I have to go use the bathroom
When the
quickly.
Free Start collected?
I'm
And
not
house
going to
rooms?
pull ordering.
Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti with both of us. What's wrong? still with us? Need some time? What's wrong?
Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. My bad. I'm back. Just need to double check something real quick.
Well, when the colony war came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Faroon. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that. It can be a daunting experience, which is why I wanted to make sure, before you agreed to anything, we gave you the whole truth. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xenowarfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we've done. Oh, well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terror.
What's going on, chat? How we doing today? Hopefully you're having yourselves a good day. Thank you very much for stopping by the stream.
The data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the colony war. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet,
I am about to get into some really interesting stuff. If you guys happen to stick around, after all of the talking, it's gonna be cool.
How to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. All right, I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
going on, chat? Thank you guys for stopping by to check out the channel. If you are interested in Starfield, I will be posting some videos later in the day.
Hey, you brave. Come to see a bona fide tracker.
It's not recommended to walk out into the vacuum of outer space without a helmet. I mean, if you ever want to experience what it's like to suffocate in outer space, and this is the best way to do it. Welcome to Mars. Welcome to my ship. I have done some modifications, but this ship is a part of a quest that you can do. It's called the Razor Leaf. You get that and a legendary suit to go with it.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Victus. Woe to the defeated in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already.
Holding a grudge against where a person comes from, that is both ignorant and cruel.
Just the way things are sometimes. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. The elevator does not make sense, Bethesda. I repeat, the elevator does not make any sort of sense whatsoever.
Ah, welcome.
Like,
You
their
must be the
centerpiece,
captain
the
we
centerpiece of
mentioned.
this goddamn game, as much
You
as
have
I
our
like it,
thanks for the risks
Bethesda
you
really
faced
screwed
in
up.
securing this
Holy
information.
crap.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau City was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data?
I don't think it's enough.
Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem.
Thank you for the like. Thank you for stopping
So
by the channel to
Captain,
check it out.
Given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far,
Things are about to get
You were in
kind of
a
hectic
position.
here in a couple of minutes.
would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Well, maybe like 5-10 minutes. No, the Terramorph attack is first. Yeah, the Terramorph attack will be first.
Whatever risks exist, they are outweighed by this imminent threat. I agree. The request should be granted.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Well, I am not. I've heard nothing here to convince me that we should do anything but wait. And I will not risk galactic peace on a question of if.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested.
Yeah. Well,
Perhaps. What was that?
An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
Terramorphs. Attacks. Just that.
There must be another explanation. You evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the remains, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, Ned.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support.
alright. Can I get the hell out of here? I'll go some.
I make the order myself. The Xeno squad, though, is off work. It'll take a while.
Well, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. On the next train now. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. They'll go now it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Hey, what's going on, bro? How we doing today?
Stop! We're trying to help you! Now hit him with everything you got!
what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose. You kill the morph, you break them.
Come on.
Let's do it.
And that's a lot. Please, do what you can to help them.
Excuse me. Double time, Major. Double time.
Everyone back up! Don't just stand there!
You got it. Shit. Oh, what to use for a weapon? Here we go. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there.
Got the remaining creatures locked down on the ladder. They're holding up perimeter. You said you've done this before. Well, I'm far too to spare whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more women. First, hold them as best we can. I'm not sure how many are left. Be careful.
No, the fire team can stay here. No need to risk lives. Oh, that was a bad throw. Ooh, a grenade, bro.
Nothing's gonna save you. Nothing's gonna save you.
Actually pretty good. I got a decent amount accomplished today. And I managed to get a delivery from the dispensary too. So, yeah, today's been a good day. Not bad. How about yourself, man?
Put it down! Put down the weapon or we shoot!
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
Oh yeah? Yeah.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have come. I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able. I have been curious.
Seriously, after all the killing, you really want to talk about this now?
Thrust upon you in an
Oh, Lord.
unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay? It does seem to be a unique situation with serious consequences. That is what keeps me here as well. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason.
Yeah,
for being.
it's nice. I mean, if I put the order in, like, say at midnight, and it's usually here between, like, I can have it delivered between like 9 and 11, but I didn't get the delivery put in until later in the day, but it was still here at right around like 3:45.
A goal is something you work towards, an expectation of achievement. That is not the same. I believe it is sometimes phrased as the destination is not as important as the journey. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every
Oh,
day
yeah.
like drones. They do their
The-
jobs.
See,
eat
the one
their
that I
food,
get
sleep in their beds,
that I get it from is like 2 miles up the road.
for anything around
They
them.
have the best like time as far as flexibility. But there's another one that's closer up towards Providence that
Do not know how good
usually
they are.
it's anywhere from like 3 to 8, and I only order from there if you know I absolutely have to.
Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the Seven Systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I'm sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space. It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. Now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause. I have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Yes, they weren't kidding about you two. Blessed with the right people, in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel right.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
I'm just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
You want to know something, Michael, that kills me, bro? About this game? I'm standing right under where the elevator should go down, by the way. There should be an elevator shaft right here. From the inside of the mass building. And the weirdest thing is I really didn't notice it just until like the other day. But there is no elevator shaft for that elevator to go down. I couldn't believe it. I was like Bethesda. I mean, in my head canon, the only thing I can think of is somehow the elevator like goes sideways and then goes down. You know what I mean? That's.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe you today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
Loss of life.
It's like the glass elevator in Willy Wonka. You know, it's
It would appear that the
multi-directional.
cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, will consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're good.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Adrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed, first, we're going to need someone to all the galaxy we're facing right now. The cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, Will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in our office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
What? That's fucking. That's what? Oh.
I'm gonna go check in with the chief of the party. Start getting the plan together for that day.
Losing anyone in the line of duty is a tragedy.
This can't be. Yes.
Excuse me.
Consider it done. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice Archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct? It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose we touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
Oh.
Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon? The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Sounds as though I will enjoy this. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. Who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Ooh, scared.
Huh. Well, if that's the case, Oh, wait to be pleasantly surprised.
Sorry.
But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
I'm right back.
Getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convinced to work with you.
Okay. I'm back.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID.
Oh, shit.
I'll give them a heads up. You're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House
neat little
Roman
thing,
retreated into
since I have
seclusion shortly after the signing of the
Service
armistice,
Embrace,
Balmore
when I
stayed
talk to Ambassador Balmore, he's
lent his support to a
he's
small
very
number of
easily
archival requests.
acceptable of my
So
requests
there's real hope he might
for for
I need
his
to know how a member
blessing.
of House Maroon thinks. It's a quick way to earn yourself a psychopath. Yes, just like us. How magnanimous of you. Of course. But there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare. But it's been several years now since he last poked his head out.
I also too going down into the House Maroon and What the hell
Your
is it?
task is to find him and
Oh, I
kindly
can't
but
think of the bloody
firmly
word now.
remind him of his duties under the armistice.
Oh wow, holy shit, I can't think of the word.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option,
Yeah, there we
but our
go.
spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you
Going down
access.
into the embassy
Here,
is
This
crazy.
device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior.
One of my favorite parts
Once
of the
you're
game
inside, though,
is going down
finding
into the House
ambassador's going to get
Maroon
tricky.
embassy.
And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Howdy.
This way. Future wifey. So good.
This space is
I asked my boss if they're doing a stop you
Ah, yes. They build a monument to the people they loved, but not the people they killed. I cannot help but notice that the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
Terrible. As in, all that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
I thought so.
guests could make themselves
I'm
comfortable.
sorry. Do you have an appointment? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right. I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours and go? You're really gonna push this?
Yes,
All right,
yes,
I will
I
give
am.
you one chance. One to convince me. Understood. I'm listening. And those lives are in my hands.
Well, it's 8. I gotta get 8.
Responsible governance will not be rushed. Londonian, they had to abandon the planet.
I got an auto persuade.
That couldn't happen again.
I got an auto persuade.
The cost of being wrong is a high one. Well, Captain, you make some good points.
There we go.
But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terrormorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again.
Yeah.
All research done with the data.
That's the first time I've been able to talk myself through that.
The galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement? Excellent. Follow me.
I actually, my next level up, I'm gonna sink a point into it. I'll unlock to level 4. House Maroon will be easy. Since I have the Serpent's Embrace, he'll just give it to me on behalf. Oh wow, I can't speak. On behalf of House Maroon, like just to basically show the rest of the galaxy they're not all a bunch of zealots and killers, you know. It's actually a pretty little cool interaction to have with them.
Generators just this way. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy Director. We'll coordinate this so he understands. To unlikely allies, I guess.
Exactly. It's like when someone
Now this is the part that I really like. I like going down here. It's just so alien, you know, comparatively to even some of the alien worlds that you come across. Well, of course, up until you do the DLC for House Maroon. Into the abyss. Actually, since I finally have weapon engineering unlocked. So no. Yeah, right. See, I like the dogfighting. I like the space fights, because one of my favorite parts is getting all the really, you know, all the really good parts for the ships. You coming down here with me, or are you just gonna stand around? You? I like the exploring. I haven't really explored since the Rev 8 was given to us, but I mean, I like the mining, but now that I've got the Rev 8 to explore, I can look for more more stuff, more of the rare materials, and it'll be more interesting to explore plants.
This is certainly different than anything else in New Atlantis.
Them giving us the Rev 8 was nice. Oh look, a pea shooter. Really? A pistol? Alright, yeah, that's cool.
Decades uncivilized, and it seems this tree is ordered now owns it. I'm happy to help shoulder the weight.
Oh, what? Oh. Here's modifier, much better. Fully automatic. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, fuck. you much.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
I agree.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Your lamps on the ground, guy.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Does the rest of the city suffer quite so badly? Is that right? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs in the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading. An archive code.
Aha.
So the UC requires information then. Terramorphs were swimming. Do I see this so clearly? I was not expecting a fellow believer on my doorstep. Yeah, the preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Faroon has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Baron's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Now, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them. Create the legacy that our people deserve. Please, follow me.
I think it's loot too. Oh, I can.
Let's hope.
I also would be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Let it be used for good.
Were you just talking to the wall?
On the record? What response?
Hey,
Yes, what?
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Belmore? We're all in agreement. So the old man is still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. But when you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, alright?
Yes, yes. I understand. Oh, hey. Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, that kind of bad. I've actually got to go make dinner. I'll probably be back on like at the very latest, like 8:30 Eastern time. I say between like 8:30 and like 9. I'll be back on the stream though. But yeah, I just realized it's almost 7 o'clock. I've got to go make food. Alrighty, I do appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you, Michael. Alright, bro. Alright, I'll catch up with you later if you'll be around then, definitely. Yes, sir.